most important features, manifestations, needs of salat is to be able to attain khushu'. Khushu' is that ability to focus on what you are doing. That is salah. And to focus on what you are reciting and live what you are reciting. And this is not easy unless we understand what we are saying in our salat. And the surah that is repeated most in salat by everybody, no exception, is Surah Al-Fatiha. Now, Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam even elevated Surah Al-Fatiha to the point of saying, لا صلاة لمن لم يقرأ بفاتحة الكتاب. That salat will not be considered for someone who does not recite the Fatiha. And if we would learn how to attain khushu' while reciting the Fatiha, what comes afterwards becomes easier. We have to learn how to feel the Fatiha, to live the Fatiha. And in order for us to do that, I wanted to help us. So I use this all the time. So let us help ourselves by knowing how can I attain khushu' while reading Surah Al-Fatiha. And remember, at the beginning of Surah Al-Mu'minun, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us, قَدْ أَفْلَحَ الْمُؤْمِنُونَ الَّذِينَ هُمْ فِي صَلَاتِهِمْ خَاشِعُونَ. That believers will certainly be successful if they can focus in their salat. So how to do it? Salat or Surah Al-Fatiha can be divided or is divided into 3 parts. If we know how each part leads to the other, we will be as if we are addressing Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and asking Him for what we want through Surah Al-Fatiha. So we start by number 1, praising Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And by mentioning who He is. Alhamdulillah. Alhamd means praise be to Allah. Who is He? Alhamdulillah. Rabbil Alameen. Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Maliki Yawmiddin. Allah that I'm praising is the All-Merciful, the Compassionate. He is the Master of the Day of Judgment. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, the Lord of all the universe, the All-Merciful, the Compassionate, Master of the Day of Judgment. So there are 3 things about Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala that He wanted us to mention. He's telling us what to say about Him. Praise be to Allah. Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, the Lord of all the universe, not only the solar system, not only the Milky Way, not only the 7 galaxies that make a family of galaxies, but the entire universe. He is the creator. Rabbil Alameen, Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. Look at this. Immediately after mentioning something that we stand in awe, Allah is the creator of all of that. So our nafs will start to say, how can I continue? He is what He is. He created all of that. He reminds us, don't worry. He is Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim. He is the All-Merciful, the Compassionate. But remember, on the Day of Judgment, it is Allah is reminding us that even though He is what He is, and He is merciful and He's compassionate, but He is the master of the day of judgment. So you have to prepare to stand in front of Him. So this is Allah. This is the first part. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen Ar-Rahman Ar-Rahim Malik Yawmiddin. Now, what do we want from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? So we are saying, Ya Allah, إياك نعبد وإياك نستعين اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. This is what we want from you, Ya Allah. We worship none other than you. And I wish that everybody would know Arabic to differentiate between saying إياك نعبد and saying نعبدك يا Allah. Now, نعبدك يا Allah means we worship you, Allah. But, God forbid, it may mean that we worship others. And this is the worst sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions to us. So we say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ, meaning we worship none other than you. No one. No one. This is Tawheed. This is what the scholar said, the essence of Tawheed, the oneness of Allah, is to say, إِيَّاكَ نَعْبُدُ. And because we worship none other than you, وَإِيَّاكَ نَسْتَعِينَ, we seek help from you. What do we want? اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Ya Allah, we heard that the shortest distance to Jannah is the straight path. Ya Allah, guide us on the straight path. Ya Allah, send us your roadmap to the Jannah. اهدنا الصراط المستقيم. Now, can you define this صراط المستقيم? This takes us to number 3. صراط الذين أنعمت عليهم غير المغضوب عليهم ولا الضالين. So this is number 3. After we say, Ya Allah, we want you to guide us on that straight path towards Jannah. This is the path of those that you have been so good to, that you have given your favors to, not those that deserve your chastisement, which means, anger because of their behavior, and neither those who have gone astray. They just followed their way. They did not pay attention. So this is how we can focus in Salat. And once we focus in Fatiha, what comes after that will be easier, and we may talk about that later on. Now,